Top rope. Let's get it. Top rope. Look, all I know is when the timeline. My podcast runs the fine line. The top rope. Get the
yeah.
I got my mind set. I'm dealing when we move through.
You can't see how I'm shuffling.
Every time the radio moves, you know we say it right. Our opinion got the feeling.
That is the Squishy theme song, y'all.
Oh, we live.
Lord knows this wrestle fan got the world goes. We move as the world goes.
So for people who don't know, Montezi made that for me. Nice. You're wearing the CM Punk shirt. We will be talking about CM Punk.
Let's fucking go.
I don't have nothing against him. I mean, I'm not a fan, but I'm not gonna sit here and hate on the people that like him. I think that's stupid because you gotta like who you like, and I'm a big supporter of like what you like, right, even if it's within the same brand. But we're gonna get into that. However, welcome people. Hello to everybody that's in the room. Somebody put you not Punk. Look, he got some heat now, so I think he should come back heel. But like I said, we're gonna get to that conversation. I want everybody to say hello to my guest. If you guys don't know who this is by now, you have not been watching my show. Okay.
I love it. I love the chat. Bring the hate. Bring it to me. Bring it. Bring all of the hatred towards me.
Wait, here's another one. This is from Tom.
Bring me all your hatred and your tears, my children.
No, not in Chicago. I think he's gonna come out himself in Chicago, but as soon as he gets to the other places and he gets the booze, he's going to flip it up for real. But yes. My dude right here, Lou from the Bronx, representing for Wrestling is Trash. Every link in the description. But Lou, please tell them where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, usually I am here representing myself, Lou from the BX, also the Everything podcast. But today I am here representing Wrestling is Trash. My son, Nicholas, could not be with us today. I would like to give him a shout out. He had a family emergency. So well wishes to young Nicholas there, who's serving in this country and protecting all of our rights.
Thank you, Nick.
Kind of bummed that he's not here, but I totally understand. So we wish him well and all the good things. That's my boy.
Shit, your hat too. You're all punked out.
Hey, let me tell you something. When he came back from the first time, I bought this on ProWrestlingTees.com that night. After he came back, I was watching the thing and I was like, okay, I need a shirt, I need a hat, and I got it, tried it on, and never wore this shit again. Nice. And I had to literally go into the closet and dig this shit out of my balls just for this show.
Let me ask you.
I had to do it.
Did you think he was coming back? Before the Collision thing was announced, did you think?
Oh, me and Nick have been steadfast in the fact that we thought we were 95% sure that he was coming back. Like, listen, I'm not the biggest Punk fan in the world. I'm not. You guys follow me on Twitter. You guys know I don't tweet about Punk that much or whatever. I'm not like I want him back or blah blah blah. But like I'm excited, just number one, because there's going to be just chaos. The chaos is, I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
I agree.
And you have to understand that Tony Khan is running a business. A lot of people were like, why did he do that announcement last night? That was fucking stupid. Hey, listen, he is trying to sell out that first show, and he's trying to get big ratings for his first episode. So the best way that he can do that is by promoting that CM Punk is going to be there. I thought it was very smart. The guy's a businessman. Absolutely. And you got to understand, he's trying to run a business. So for him, I know a lot of people don't like Punk. That's fine. You can not like whoever you want. We on Wrestling is Trash always like to have a non-toxic environment where you like what you like, and that's okay, even if I don't prefer it myself. So I'm just excited because I went down the Punk rabbit hole and was watching old promos and old things. Those, bro, come on. You guys are gonna tell me you didn't enjoy those promos between him and MJF. You didn't enjoy the promos between him and Eddie Kingston. You didn't enjoy the whole Hangman fucking feud. You guys didn't enjoy any of that?
So,
like, come on.
So here's the thing. I was actually getting into Punk. I didn't know him prior to AEW, even though I knew that he had been a wrestler and had his history. And that's why he was so loved, because he had this huge history where people really saw him as the underdog that came and told this company off and was like, fuck you, WWE or whatever. And people really loved him for just standing up for the little man, I guess. But I didn't know him. So when he came into AEW and the crowd went crazy, I'm like, who the fuck is this? So that I did my usual Google, find out who he was. I was like, oh,
Right.
wow, he had a serious career, not just in WWE, but he was in the indies too. And I was getting into him. I didn't appreciate his 20 to 25 minute promos because I don't think anybody should be on the mic that long.
Right.
I understand he came back. People wanted to hear him talk. So, give the people what they want, right? But then when everything happened with the scrum, I was like, the fuck? His head is like this big. But he actually is a moneymaker for the company. So his head is going to be that big. I mean,
Right.
at Collision, the minute that Tony Khan did not announce the debut location for Collision, I already knew. I was like,
it was a wrap.
Right. Anybody that's been following this already knew it was going to be in Chicago. Punk was coming back. And I was like, man, those Punk fans are going to be ecstatic. They're going to be out their mind. I wasn't sitting there like, fuck. Why? Yeah. I don't care. Because he's not the only person that's going to be on that show.
I tweeted earlier today. So I tweeted something earlier today. I don't even remember what it was, like verbatim, but basically the point of the tweet was a lot of people were saying, oh, there was no reaction when Tony Khan announced Punk. I was like, what the fuck? Were you even watching the show? Because I'm not saying that it was 100% cheers, but it was like,
it was mixed.
It was so, what I tweeted was that was the sound of money. Because you had half the crowd booing, you had half the crowd cheering loudly, and they were even when you look back and you watch the crowd, like they're fighting with each other.
Yeah,
guys were going like no, and there's other people who were like, so it was like, oh my god, that's exactly what you would want. You want that. You want a reaction.
Exactly. If it would have been like radio silence,
that would have been a problem. That would have been a big problem.
And do you know how crazy the crowd in Chicago is going to go? Because regardless of what he did or didn't do, Chicago loves this man. Period. He's going to get cheered to deafening cheers. And it's going to be just like the first time he premiered or debuted, 15 straight minutes of Punk.
I'll tell you one thing. What I don't need him coming out and doing another 20-minute walk to the ring and then another 20-minute promo. I don't need it. I need you to go in the ring and wrestle, motherfucker. You need to get in the ring and fight somebody. What I think he's going to do, though, I think he's going to come out like at the end and attack somebody like in heel fashion. I don't think he's going to come back and do the, I'm here, yay, worship me. I don't think he's going to do that shit.
He can't
but we'll
do
see.
that.
We'll see what happens.
He can't do that because he did that already, and we're in a different setting,
Yeah, no.
I don't think so. I really do not think he will get booed in Chicago.
Booed in Chicago?
I don't think so.
All right, that's definitely a prediction, but I don't see that happening.
I don't see that. That's like when MJF goes to Long Island.
Yeah.
He's completely and utterly loved in Long Island. It's like a completely different person is there. Like it's not MJF, but
yeah,
we were going to talk about this later, but we already cut into it. So Collision, I'm looking forward to it. I know Thunder's going to be in there, Andrade, Miro. I mean, how can you not want to watch it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the show with the badasses, or as Tony says, the troublemakers. But the troublemakers make for a good show. So
right.
that drama is going to be perfect for that show. And that's kind of like, you don't want something dry and you don't want the same thing you watch on Wednesdays. You know what I'm saying? Right. You want something different. So I'm really looking forward to that show. But before we get into that, we got to talk about Double or Nothing. Now, we're not going to run through all of Double or Nothing because let's be real, that shit was long. But
that's as all the pay-per-views at AEW usually are.
Yes, exactly. There were a total of 8 matches. So what I'm going to want from you, sir, is for you to give me your favorite match from Double or Nothing.
I have 10 matches here.
We
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 matches that were on the official card, not counting the pre-show Jeff Hardy's match, which would make it 11, but we don't count the pre-show.
Oh, you know why? Because this thing doesn't have. I got the an earlier edition before they added the trios match against the Acclaimed.
Right.
Who else am I missing here?
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry.
And I have the Jade and
yeah, I have something here that's technically not a match. It's Chris Statlander in all caps becoming the new champion. That's technically not a match.
No, that's not a match.
Nothing on there.
But with that one, it was 10 matches. So sweet. So favorite match, a match you could have done without. So least favorite, and your favorite moment of the night.
All right. So favorite match of the night, I would have to say that 4-way match was that I can't remember off the top of my head how many better said, I can't remember off the top of my head like incredible 4-way matches that I've seen. I know I've seen some really good Texas Tornado matches and stuff like that over the years, but I can't really think of one that I'm like, oh, that match was whatever. But this match was fantastic. And it was fantastic because for me, because they weren't doing the usual, like 2 guys are fighting and 1 guy's kind of standing there, waiting for his thing. No, they were doing things that required 4 people.
Yes.
Which was like, hello, like, of course, that's something that you want to do in a 4-way match, but sometimes you see these matches and they don't do those things. The fact that they were hitting all of their mentors' finishers, I mean, that match was phenomenal. I really, really enjoyed that. Match I could have done without. I was going to talk about this later because it's also pertaining to Dynamite, but that Adam Cole Chris Jericho match, I need Chris Jericho to go away. But we'll talk about that later.
I'm sure Courtney is going to agree with you.
Right. So that was my favorite match. That was my least favorite. The match I could have done without. And my favorite moment, I mean, come on.
Say it.
Come on. How you not gonna love Statlander? Snacklander making her miraculous return to AEW and dethroning Jade. Come on.
I have to bring her doll down because
that was as predicted. Oh man, that's dope actually. Hold on, let me look at that. Damn, those are, you know what? So I saw that they just they have a Walmart exclusive Eddie Kingston figure where he's he's wearing like a scarf thing. I forgot what it was modeled after. And I was gonna get that because I don't have any of those. I don't really collect them, but I wanted that one. And looking at that one, that shit looks dope.
That shit is dope. I mean, I got this a while ago. I believe my husband bought this one for me.
I love that, man. That looks really cool.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get another one because I am going to get the one with her TBS belt. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For people who know me, this is the reason I got into AEW. Literally, the first match I saw ever was a Chris Statlander match, and I was done with wrestling. I was done. I was like, I'm never going to watch it again. It got super boring. I used to watch WWF before it became WWE, WCW. I used to watch all that. And at some point, I was just like, I'm not watching it this week. Oh, I'm not watching it, blah, blah, blah. And then I had 10 plus years. And then my husband and my nephew were like, this is new wrestling show. You have to see it. You have to watch it. And I was like, I'm good. And then my husband had it on. And I was just passing by. And you know how you do like a glance at a TV and then you look back? She was wrestling. I don't know I can't remember who she was wrestling. But I was like, who the fuck is that? I sat down, and when I tell you I got hooked, This is why.
That's awesome.
So for the people that love Punk and they're like crying tears that he's back, this is how I feel about Chris Statlander. This is the back by the box, by the way. So this my girl. I love Thunder Rosa too.
Oh yeah.
But we're getting her back also in Collision. I'm so lucky because they kind of came back to back. But yes. So your favorite match was the Four Pillars. The match you could have done without was Jericho versus Bebe.
Yeah, for sure.
And your favorite moment was Statlander coming back.
Although I will say that the match I was most looking forward to was Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm, and that fucking overbooked piece of shit match. Listen, I understand that Hayter was hurt. I get it.
Yeah.
But why the fuck do you need to have all these women out there doing all this bullshit? Bro, at one point, Soraya's standing there on the turnbuckle, like taking the turnbuckle out, and the refs are looking at her. He's just like,
what are you doing?
They're like, hello, referee, do your fucking job. Throw all these people out of here. Like, I don't understand. What is this shit? Like, I hate that shit. I hate when they like just insult like your intelligence when you're trying to watch the product. Like, again, I know it's scripted, whatever. And the purpose of all of them out there was to cover up the fact that Jamie really couldn't go like she wanted to.
Yes.
But come on, man. You could have easily just had Toni go out there, work on her arm, hit her with the Storm Zero, and just we would have been like, holy shit, Toni Storm just beat, whatever. They could have done that. But no, they had to fucking
I agree.
That match sucked. I really hated that match.
So was that one worse for you than the Jericho?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I picked Jericho Adam Cole because, like, so one of our friends, we have a wrestling group chat, and he put in the wrestling group chat, like somewhere in the middle of the show, he was like, yo, this show's phenomenal. And me and Nick both were talking in a separate chat, and we were like, I don't feel the same because, that first match didn't do it for me. I also had problems with the Casino Battle Royal with Swerve not winning, but that's personal shit.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring all that up is because he said it was phenomenal. Now, the reason I talked to him and I was like, listen, I understand why you feel that way. And it's because he doesn't watch Dynamite every week. He doesn't have TBS, so he catches it when he can. Okay. He sees clips and he sees things like that. And the problem with this show for me was, and again, I enjoyed the show, but the problem was when you watch Dynamite, you see these matches every fucking Wednesday. You see unsanctioned, well, you don't see unsanctioned matches all the time, but they have, crazy matches like that. People are bleeding every week. People are using weapons. They're having no DQ shit. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I felt like I was watching, for the first part of this pay-per-view, I felt like I was just watching Dynamite. Like, really? And nothing really felt special to me. Plus, the crowd was doo-doo sticks.
I heard the crowd was pretty dead.
Sticks. They were trash.
They weren't loud.
What are y'all doing? This is a pay-per-view. Can y'all get hyped? At one point in that match, even Jericho takes the fire extinguisher and he's just like spraying it, trying to get the crowd to like, hello, can you guys like
They did sound kind of dead for a Vegas crowd at that. So I was just saying, bring it to Jersey. Bring it to Atlantic City.
Yeah, for real.
We loud.
Yeah. Actually, if they would go to Atlantic City or something like that, I would go down there for that. Or up, because I'm already down.
You would go up.
Yeah, I'm already down, so I'd go up.
I would probably be meeting a lot of people because a lot of people said they would come to Atlantic City. So I would have to make it to that one.
Yeah.
But listen, I did think it was phenomenal, but I'm biased because Double or Nothing is my favorite AEW pay-per-view. I love that pay-per-view. I don't know why, but I think it's maybe because they always do the big group match at the end. So it's just, I don't know. It always has a battle royale and it always ends with a huge match at the end.
Yeah.
So for me, the battle royale was actually pretty fucking dope. I agree that Swerve should have won, but Swerve's going to win next Wednesday. Like, I'm 100% confident he's taking on Orange Cassidy for the international belt next Wednesday. And they're not going to fuck up Swerve like that. You understand this belt is time to change hands and Swerve is the person to take it. So that will be remedied.
Yeah.
And I like that because there's a build up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know if Rampage is live this week or it's taped?
No say.
Because that card is that's a
beastly.
bananas card. That card is
It's
bananas.
gonna be one of the first Rampages I catch live. So yes,
Oh, okay. Yes,
I don't know if it's live or not, but I mean, like, I'm gonna watch it when it comes on.
10 o'clock. I'm gonna try to stay away from spoilers if it's taped because
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any spoilers, so I don't
Commander
know.
versus Vikingo versus fucking Dralistico, bro. That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Zack Sabre Jr. is on the card. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's Tony's
crazy.
balling. Tony balling.
Yeah, that's crazy. For Double or Nothing, I had a hard time picking between the Four Pillars match and the Anarchy match as my favorite. I'm still struggling. I can't pick between the two. I think the two were phenomenal, but if I had to pick based on skill and what they did alone, I would go with the Four Pillars. If I have to go with all the entertainment pieces, like Matt Jackson having an exploding sneaker to Moxley's
I don't even know how he did that. How the fuck?
They set it up. They set it up in a way. I think he had a little button in his hand, so when he did the kick, it blew up. And the pictures.
Yeah, the pictures are sick.
If they sell that as a poster, I'm getting that.
Yeah,
that shit was, oh my God. And kudos to Matt Jackson for taking over 25 thumbtacks in his foot. I counted. So that would be, so those are my favorite. Match I could have done without. Jamie versus Toni Storm. I'm sorry. It made Jamie Hayter look so weak, and she's not weak. Even though everybody knew she was injured, I would have preferred, a relinquishing of the belt.
They didn't even have to do that. Like I said, this is the thing that sometimes I get pissed off with Tony Khan because he overcomplicates shit. It's just very simple to tell that story. All you have to do is before the match starts, have your announcers be like, Jamie Hayter has an injury, but she wants to compete in this match. Toni Storm, she's gonna go after, play up that angle where Toni Storm knows about it. She's gonna go after it, and then when they have the match, work her fucking arm over.
Exactly, and I mean, I get it. She's a
take
beast.
Advantage. Storm 0, bang, game over. You know what I mean?
And she's a beast. I mean, Jamie Hayter has competed in the past with 2 broken elbows. At the same time, they were both broken, and she had a match. Yeah. So she's a fucking beast, no doubt. But I didn't appreciate the beatdown prior to the match. That was unnecessary to me. It made Toni Storm also look weak, like she couldn't take on Jamie Hayter on her own. So I am hoping that she is healed by All In so we can see a rematch, because that we were gypped. So and I don't gotta tell you what my favorite moment is because we already spoke about it. Statlander returning. You couldn't have made it better for me. And let me tell you what happened real quick. I fell asleep during the trios match. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even realize I fell asleep. I was there, I was watching it, and I didn't even realize I fell asleep until I opened up my eyes. And when I opened up my eyes, the person on the screen was Chris Statlander.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
What the fuck? And I jumped up from my couch and I'm like, why is Statlander on my screen? My husband was like, I was trying to wake you up. And I was like, oh my God, you should have slapped me. You should have thrown something at me. I was waiting for something like this. But what I did was when the whole pay-per-view was over, I rewinded it all back to the trios match and just watched everything I missed. But that's when I saw that Jade and Taya had their match, and Jade beat Taya, and then
by the way, that match, did you watch the full match?
The match was great.
Oh, that was a fucking great match, man.
That match was great.
Jade Cargill.
Yes, kudos. And nothing, you can't take anything away from Jade because she was the inaugural TBS champion. She had 60 straight wins when she beat Taya. She had never wrestled prior to this, okay? And for Chris Statlander giving you your first loss, that's not a loss. Yeah. Chris Statlander was the one to take this belt from day one. I believe that was the storyline. We used to talk about it all the time before Chris Statlander actually got injured again. So her coming back and that little vignette that they did for her, that was about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. If you haven't watched it, guys, go on YouTube, check it out. Jade's on break right now. She's gonna come back a huge baby face. Huge.
I can see her already coming back and joining the like the originals, the AEW originals, and just being part of that.
Sheeta.
They could just throw her right into that shit.
Yes, and she can then challenge for the AEW Women's Championship, which is what I think they're going to do with her. She's always going to be the beast of the company, you know. But I think Chris Statlander getting the TBS belt was a bittersweet return. I loved it. And then her first defense right away, baby. Yeah. Let's get right into Dynamite. What did you rate this Dynamite?
I really enjoyed this show. I would give it at least a 8.5.
That's great.
I would say. I'm pretty steadfast on that. I enjoyed it. It was a great show.
I gave it a 9. I was just so happy. Like, there was 4 matches, I believe, but the talking points in this Dynamite were so needed and so good. And the fact that Statlander had her first defense already, I'm talking about 3 days?
Yeah. From immediately defending the title.
Yes, fantastic. Nyla is always the first challenger. She's like the first boss that you have to beat.
Yeah.
So in a video game. And so, you know, we have a little bit of like a Nyla has injured people situation, but I'm like, it's to show people that Chris Statlander isn't gonna break. You know, I believe
I was a little worried about that. I was a little worried when Nyla hit that plancha.
Yes.
That's a big bitch, bro. You got to watch those
knees. She's huge.
You got to watch those knees. Don't go trying to catch her. Just take it and lay down. So
yeah, and she did.
Statlander luckily was okay.
She has her robotic knees, which she calls it her robotic legs on. So she has her 2 braces. So, you know, and if you didn't watch, which I know you probably did, but if you didn't watch the YouTube thing for Chris Statlander, she explained that she had been already in the ring for months.
Yeah.
Practicing. So she was more than ready.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Chris Statlander is not a small woman. I love Chris Statlander. Sorry. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'll mark it out.
It's not that I'm saying she's small. It's just that, bro, Nyla's.
Yeah.
She's huge. So sometimes, you know, in those moments, you try to catch your opponent, and you don't need to put all those pressure on those knees right now.
It's true. So her next opponent better be someone smaller and someone, you know, where she can go. But Chris Statlander has the most beautiful 450 splash. Oh, she's the only female that pulls that off, by the way.
She hits it perfect too.
So perfect. Because she used to be a gymnast and a stunt woman. Like, she has a serious history. So yes, the road to Dynamite was all about Statlander, as it should have been. We all love Snacklander.
It's all about Snacklander, baby.
Yes, Taya is definitely going to be one of her next opponents. And we know this because Taya was watching the screen.
Yeah, she's much better as a heel. It's much better as a heel. This whole her being a babyface thing wasn't working for me at all.
Yeah.
La güera loca. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, la güera loca. So anyway, Dynamite started with the BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club, Yuta, Mox, and Castelloni, because Bryan Danielson was at the commentating table, and they took on the Lucha Bros and Bandito. Can't go wrong with the Lucha Bros.
Yeah, Bandito was he wearing like a Chespirito outfit? What the fuck was he wearing?
I don't remember.
I saw that and I immediately thought it was something from either El Chavo del Ocho, Chespirito, something like that. I don't know what the hell he was wearing.
I don't know what he was wearing, but I think it was something along those lines.
But if he's, you know, I love this match, but
it's good.
Bandito's one of my favorites. I love him. He and I get it. You know, of course you want to see your favorites in the title picture all the time or whatever. They have a lot of talent. They're working things out right now, so I understand why Bandito's doing like best friends and he's doing comedy shit. He's out there, he's having fun. But I hope soon they realize that this guy. Do you understand how hard it is for mass wrestlers sometimes to get like those types of like insane reactions, because sometimes it doesn't work out for these masked wrestlers because they can't even really emote. You know what I mean? They're wearing a mask.
It's all in the body.
But it's like Bandito comes out, and everywhere he goes, like, people love this dude. Like, they love him. And he always gets you with the suplex spot. Bro, he held Wheeler up there for 60 plus seconds. Like, and Mindrunner thinks Pac is Bandito with a mask on. What he said, and he might be onto something with that shit. I ain't even gonna lie.
That would be crazy.
Something with that.
That would be crazy. I didn't even think about that. Let me see.
He posted something the other day. He was like, have you ever seen Pac and Bandito in the same place? And I had to think about that shit. I was like, you know what? Don't think I have.
That would be sick, Mindrunner. That would be fucking insane. I would be shocked out of my freak, yo. But anyway, Yuta is being pushed. Yuta is being pushed because they allowed Yuta to pin Omega in Anarchy, and then Yuta was the one to pin Bandito here. So he is being pushed to the sky, leaving Best Friends, which I love. But leaving Best Friends for Yuta was the best thing for his career.
Yeah, so. He's much better off with this group.
Yes. 1,000 times.
And again, you know, they run the shit on Best Friends. You know, they have their purpose and they're fun and everything. But Wheeler is much better off here because it took a while for Yuta to grow on me because I was just kind of like, I see he's talented or whatever, but I really don't care.
Didn't care about him.
Like I see, like he's kind of coming into his own now, and I like it. He fucking pinned Kenny Omega, bro. That's a big deal.
That's a big listen. I didn't care for him until he joined the Blackpool Combat Club. Until that little storyline was building for him to join them, and I was like, yes, he needs to join them because he's not going anywhere in Best Friends. He's not gonna go nowhere. But so it was great. And the Elite had an interview stating that they're still standing, even though Matt Jackson was not standing. But the Dark Order is pissed off at Hangman for leaving them high and dry. So there's going to be a little angle there. I don't know if I care at this point. I do like Dark Order, but what's left of them? I just don't like do you see how Hangman's like, wait, don't go, guys, wait. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's so like, it's just dumb. Yeah.
I know they're your friends or whatever. You could be like, guys, hold on, let me talk to you. And he's literally like, no, wait. They're like, bro.
They're like, yeah, Kenny Omega's on a plane heading to Japan, and then he just leaves.
And he couldn't even talk. He was like trying to like Kenny Omega's not here. He's trying to chase after freaking Johnny Hungy.
Yeah. So Tony says free Johnny Hungy. He thinks that they should just get him completely out of the Dark Order and let him have a singles run. I think that would do great for him. He's actually a really good wrestler. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I think the Dark Order should be disbanded at this point. There's really nothing left of them.
They're doing a weird angle in Ring of Honor too, where the Righteous are recruiting Stu Jackson away. So now the Dark Order is wrestling the Righteous with Stu Jackson on their team. It's weird. If there's one, I know I've said this before, but you hate when they waste a lot of time talking on wrestling shows and shit. You should be watching Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I know. I should be watching Ring of Honor.
Because Ring of Honor is match after match after match after match.
Yes.
Little 20-second promo, match. I love it. I absolutely love the new Ring of Honor.
I need to do that. I need to get into it. I don't know where I'm going to find the time to watch.
Yeah, that's a problem.
All the wrestling shows, and I got a job. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be hard. But I'll probably...
I had to stop watching Impact. I was watching Impact every week, and I was like, bro, I can't do this. I can't be watching wrestling every fucking day. I can't do it.
Every single day. You can't. So unless this is what you do. I had to pick a day. You know, like, unless it's what you do for a living. Like, you watch wrestling, you just talk about wrestling, you get paid for that. That's your job. That's different. But to do that on a part-time, you got to really... Mindrunner says to quit your job to watch wrestling full time. So you're gonna move in with Mindrunner. Mindrunner is going to support you.
If I could, believe me, if I could, I would. I'd be Mr. Wrestling. But my God, that's just as it is. Like Ring of Honor comes on Thursdays, and I watch it Saturday morning. Like I have my little cereal, and I watch it like at 8 in the morning. And
that's probably what I'm.
That's my little Saturday morning thing.
That's probably what I'm gonna be doing. But anyhow, Bullet Club Gold came out talking shit about FTR. That's Juice Robinson and Jay White. Of course, FTR stepped in the ring. They played them, and then they beat the shit out of them. And then, of course, Ricky Starks came out threatening, and now there's a match between Jay White and Ricky Starks next week. I do like this feud. This feud has entertained me.
It's working for me. That Bullet Club, being an owner of like now over like 100 something wrestling shirts, I have to stop buying shirts, but
wow,
that Bullet Club Gold shirt is fucking hard. That shirt is hard. I need that shirt. That shit is hard. It's just the Bullet Club logo, but it's in solid gold, and it just says gold on the bottom of the Bullet Club. That shit's hard. I need that.
You love wrestling tees, huh?
I am, I'm gonna do a video one day where I just
reveal all your.
I don't know how long the video is gonna be because I just have fucking so many goddamn wrestling shirts. It's disgusting how many I have.
I know you can't see it, but I actually have Nyla, and I didn't realize I had her set up right next to.
Oh, look at that!
Right next to Statlander.
See, those look cool, man.
Yeah,
they really do a good job with those.
Sorry. Yeah, they do.
I'm telling you, that Eddie Kingston one I wanted to get is a Walmart exclusive. So that's why I went to go look for it.
I got to go look at it.
Because that's going to be hard to find. But I think that if I get one, it's probably going to be that one.
Look, this is Ricky.
The only thing I have is the demon. Stare into the eyes of the demon Finn Balor.
Yeah, I have a lot of
the Demon King
of these figures, but I don't have all the ones I want. So I'm about the figures. I like shirts, but I like the figures. But anyhow, so Trent versus Big Bill versus Swerve. Obviously, Swerve was going to win, and he did. And I have it written here. He will be the next international champion. Next week, Dynamite. Make sure y'all tune in. That belt's switching hands. So it was a good match. It was fun. Big Bill is ridiculous. He's a big dude that moves like a small guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's pretty good.
He's really good.
There was a vignette about Chris Statlander becoming a champ. It was a really small clip, but you could tell she was emotional about it. In the vignette that was 15 to 20 minutes, she made a point to mention that there were people on social media, obviously, saying that she's injury prone, and she was devastated about seeing something like that. And she said she's not injury prone. She said she's put her body through a lot of stuff, but she's not injury prone. And I can just imagine her trying to recover from a second ACL tear and reading shit like this. So people are
scumbags. People are scumbags, man. Cool. They really are. Like, more and more every day when I spend less time on Twitter every day. I literally now I'm just like promote and get out because I get, I don't know. I mean, I understand defending your, I can't even say I understand defending your product because first of all, unless you work for WWE or you work for AEW, you don't need to be online fighting anybody for the honor of your wrestling show. Like, fuck out of here. Like, it's just when you're attacking wrestlers, when they go out there and they put their bodies on the line to entertain you, it just makes I just don't understand that. I don't understand that.
The people are gonna get injured. That's just what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens in wrestling.
That's all the time. In wrestling. Just a pointer. We don't talk about Terry in this room.
That name right there that I'm touching with my mouse that you guys can't see. That's a no. I'm erasing that with my mouse.
Yes, fuck.
As it's there.
Can't
we
stand
do not talk
him.
about that man.
Moving on. This is what I was telling you earlier. Jungle Boy and Jungle Juice team up in the future. They make a run for the tag team. The name is Jungle Juice.
And they should come out to what's his name? They should come out to Jungle Love by Morris Day and the Time.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, stop it. You've heard that song a million times. You just don't know it yet.
I don't know it then.
When you hear it, you'll go, oh, I know that song.
What's it called?
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Hey, see?
Of course.
Jungle Love.
Sometimes I don't know the songs
you.
by the names, so look, he's like, what? I
Jungle
don't
Juice,
know
baby.
everything. Yeah, Tony's like, I have heard it. Yeah, I know. I just
Jungle
needed to
Juice.
hear it. All right. The Acclaimed came out with Daddy Ass. They want. Here's my scissor prop. Shout outs to Mr. No Neck Bone Tone. He creates all of my props. So now I have a little Acclaimed scissors.
That's awesome.
They're going for the trios belt, and I am almost convinced they are going to get it. You don't think so?
Nope.
Is it because you don't think so? Or is it because you don't want House of Black to lose the trios belt?
I don't think you need to be putting a belt on 67-year-old Billy Gunn right now. Like, I don't see the purpose of taking the belts off of. For the Acclaimed, I get. If the Acclaimed maybe had a third person in there, whatever, okay, I can see them taking the belts. I don't want them to take the belts off House of Black yet because I would like them to have the belts a little bit longer. But I just don't understand. I know Billy Gunn's over the,
everybody loves
Daddy and the Scissor Me Daddy shit. I get it. I understand. But I don't think that you should. He doesn't need a belt, bro. He's supposed to be like a valet to this group, not like another wrestler in the group. Like he's supposed to be like their, coach.
So if the Acclaimed were to get the trios belt, you would be upset.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like upset. It's just, it's Tony and his booking, but I don't see the need for them to take the belts off of House of Black. That just like.
Okay.
No, you got Brody King and Buddy Matthews on that team. Like, it should take a lot more than that to beat those guys.
So Courtney wants to know who's your number one contender for your belt.
My belt? Well, shit. I mean, I'm not a big fan of intergender wrestling, but if you want to step up,
ooh, Courtney,
you want some of this? I think
Courtney,
Mind Runner might have a state to claim to be,
that is a nice belt.
Stepping up right now. But listen, hey, LL's not the only one who loves the ladies.
Uh-oh.
Now step up.
What are the criteria to win that belt?
Well, I don't know.
When you find out, let me know because I want to go for it too.
I'm trying to go on the fly. Oh, damn. Why is everybody trying to come for my belt? It's mine.
That's how it is when you have a belt. Everybody wants it.
See, that's what happens when you become champion of the world. Everyone comes for it. That's just really true, bro. When you become champion, you get the target on your back.
If it's wrestling trivia, I'm not gonna win. I suck at wrestling trivia.
But this is not my show, obviously, but eventually that may be a thing that happens where that belt might be on the line in some sort of competition.
Yes.
We shall see.
Yes, let's talk about that. Look at this, guys.
Look at that. That's amazing, actually.
Mr. Anderson is an artist, so Mr. Anderson made a little replica. If y'all don't remember, a few shows back, we popped this out because we were having connectivity issues. And so every time there's a prop on my show now, Mr. Anderson is going to make me a mini prop. So there it is.
That's awesome.
The mini prop to the hanger antenna. But anyway, and now this was to me promo or segment of the night. Don Callis.
Oh man.
And Konosuke Takeshita. Wow. The booze, the heat. Don Callis is that heel that everybody loves to hate because he's so good. He engages the crowd. He'll say some shit and he'll turn around like, You know, like he's really into what he's doing. And I'm sorry, I know my sister was so mad that Takeshita went heel,
Yeah.
but it's working for him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like the look. He looks good. Like that's a good look for him. And you know, he's a big dude. He can pull off this heel thing. And he, you know, I'm loving that they're letting him drop his promos in Japanese. That's what they should have done with Shida when Shida was a champ. But that being said, that segment was the crowd. The people were going crazy. You saw the people in the front, the faces that they were making.
Oh yeah, it's Don Callis is awesome. He I'll never forget when I think it was Revolution 2022 when because I was this when I was going to the theaters to watch the pay-per-views, and they had what's his name, Tony Schiavone, come out, and he was like, we have a special guest coming, and I'm very happy to introduce, here he is. And they hit Kenny Omega's music, and at that time Kenny Omega had been out like 6-7 months.
Yes.
So everybody started, oh shit, Kenny Omega's on the pre-show, what the fuck is going on? And it was Don Callis. And the crowd, when he came out, the crowd instantly, like, they were like cursing in the sky. Like,
yes,
that dude knows how to, he's a genius when it comes to that shit. So, and he didn't even have to do anything. He just came out and everybody hated this guy. They hated him. They wouldn't let him talk. And that's like, I can imagine for someone in the business like that who is a heel, to get that kind, you must like go in the back and be like, yes, that's fucking exactly what you wanted. Like, he must have been like through the roof happy about that.
I am sure that Tony Khan was in the back busting one, because he was like, this is that is what you want from a heel. That's what you, and that wasn't like hate, like real hate. That was heel hate. Like that is that's the reaction that you want when a heel steps out. And I have never, not even with MJF, who gets booed.
He gets heat, but nothing like that.
Holy shit. That man knows how to fucking work a crowd.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with Courtney. Takeshita doesn't need a group. He can run that shit solo. He don't need no fucking group. Takeshita should be a solo heel, and I think he will do so great. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with him, because Don Callis can elevate, and I am pretty sure Takeshita's going to get into some good fucking feuds. I can't wait.
Forbidden Door is going to be, that paper. Yes. The Forbidden Door was like possibly my favorite pay-per-view of last year. It was top 1 or 2 of last year. I mean, that pay-per-view came out of nowhere for me. I wasn't excited about it at all. And when I left because I went to the theater, when I left the theater after that show, I was like, dude, what the holy shit, what a show.
What a show, right? I can't wait.
Year, it's shaping up to be something else.
It's gonna go so crazy, because I think there's gonna be AAA people and NJPW people involved, and that wasn't allowed last year.
I don't think they've figured that part out yet. So I don't think they're gonna, like, you're not gonna see Penta, you're not gonna see Rey Fenix, you're not gonna see Bandito, but it kind of sucks, but it's actually better, because you could just have AEW and New Japan talent, and they can have that show. So
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And he already said Takeshita is better than Okada. So now I'm like, ooh, is that the match we're getting?
That's what I'm saying. We say
Takeshita
shit like
versus
that.
Okada. I was like, oh my god.
You can't be saying shit like that, because
now everybody's So I do believe you're right, Mindrunner, that Mercedes Moné was supposed to show up for Forbidden Door. But with her injury, I don't think that's happening. But they're thinking she might do All In. We'll see in Wembley.
Okay.
All right. The next match was Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin versus Gates of Agony, Khan and Toa Leona.
These guys need to not be on Ring of Honor anymore. they're way too good to be. And
Period.
again, nothing against Ring of Honor, but
That's what I said yesterday.
why are they on Ring of Honor and not on? Why is this the first time I'm seeing them on
Dynamite?
On Dynamite? Like, these guys
Agreed.
are so good. They're so good. And you got FTR feuding with fucking Jeff Jarrett and Jay. I love Jay Lethal, but they're feuding with these guys. Meanwhile, you have a tag team like that sitting over here wasting away. You just signed Aussie Open. I know, Fletcher's partner's injured, but I mean, dude, come on. Get these guys out of Ring of Honor, put them on AEW TV. That's ridiculous.
They really should be on TV. When we were watching them yesterday, we were like, God damn, these guys are good. Yeah. So, yes. That pounce when Darby tried they killed Darby, but I think Darby likes it.
He likes that fucking weirdo.
Darby likes the pain. Darby likes to be in pain. Enjoy Darby, people. He's gonna attempt Mount Everest next year. Enjoy him while you can. Of course, the coffin drop.
all prayers to my man's, because that's some serious shit.
Yes, and his coffin drop apparently kills anybody, even somebody that's 10 times his size. The coffin drop and the pin. One for Cassidy and Allen. Hook came out to the guest speak, but we knew he wasn't gonna get no words out. Jalistico and Penta.
That's so stupid. This shit is so dumb. Like, I was like, I want to hear fucking Hook talk, and then he just and then somebody interrupts him.
Jose interrupted him and called him a perro, which is a dog.
Which actually I like. You know what I liked about this? I really like that Jose said Roosh is too dangerous to have on TV. I like that he said that, because I was not upset, but I was like, I wish I was on the show that you did for the Dynamite where Roosh wrestled Jack Perry. He beat his ass. Like, he stole something. He beat him. Again, Tony Khan and his booking. I don't understand how is Roosh beating this man for 10 minutes, gonna make me think that he has a chance to beat MJF. And you know what the best part of that match was? Roosh beat him and beat him and beat him and beat him, and then he got rolled up. And as soon as the ref counted 3, he beat him and beat him and beat him more. I was like, what the fuck?
Yep. Roosh was like, oh, I'm going to take a loss against Jack Perry, but Jack Perry's really the one that's going to lose. He beat the shit out of Jack Perry.
Is the fucking greatest. I
like Roosh.
Roosh is amazing.
I like.
So I'm glad that Jose came out this week and he said that, because that's like, okay. I like that. It's a little pieces of storytelling you throw in there.
Yes, agreed. But this was just a setup to get Jack Perry and Hook hooked up. So I guess we're gonna be seeing something with them in the future.
I tell you what you're gonna see. You are going to see Jack Perry turn heel on Hook and give him his first loss. That's what you're gonna see.
I must write this down.
I thought last night that he was about to snap right around and slap him with that chair. I was waiting for it. I was like,
it did look like he was going to hit him with it.
He came out in all black shirt, black jeans, black sneakers, black jacket. He came out with a chair. And I was like, this is a little fishy. He's standing there. He keeps turning around. I was like, okay, they're not doing it now, but they're going to do it. Watch. He's going to turn on him. And that's where Hook's gonna get his first loss.
I'm putting this down as a prediction. I'm putting that down as a prediction.
He's gonna turn into Jungle Man.
I for real. I feel like he was going to do something heelish at the 4 Pillars, but he didn't do it. So it's definitely been bothering him. I think that because he didn't use the belt against Darby Allin. He was going to hit Darby Allin with the belt in the 4 Pillars match. Because he didn't do that, he didn't get the win. So he might start thinking he needs to be more ruthless. So I can see what you're saying working. Tony Storm with the Outcast talking shit about the women's locker room. They basically calling everybody out. So Tony Storm just, she's working for me as a heel. I like her as a heel. And if I had to pick one of those three to be the champ, it would have been Tony Storm. So
yeah, that's where I knew Tony Storm from, was in NXT when she was a heel over there. She was NXT UK, actually. She was fantastic over there as a heel. So give me heel Tony Storm. I love it.
Yes.
As a champion, if she's old Tony Storm, it's fantastic. I love it.
So Lou is a prophet. This will happen. What you said about Hook. That's hilarious.
That's what I see.
Courtney, I like Jungle Hook better than Hook Jungle.
Yeah, Jungle Hook rolls off the tongue better than Hook Jungle.
Just a little bit.
Or what was the other one that they no, that was Hookhausen. Where the fuck is Danhausen anyway?
Injured.
Oh, really? Again?
He had surgery. Yeah, he's injured.
Damn.
Yes.
I thought it was Jungle Hook and Hook Boy. I don't know.
No.
I could have sworn there was another name too that was floating out.
There was something else with Hook, but I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember. We already spoke about Statlander versus Nyla. The 450 splash for the pin and the win.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome fucking match. Chris is back.
She says Mama's home.
Yes, she did sign language letting people know Mama's home, and I am so fucking happy. Yes, Tony Storm says she was gonna slap Jade's tits off her chest. So she said that in the media scrum because somebody asked the question, what if Jade comes back and wants to go at the AEW women's belt? And that was her response. Like, let her come. I'll slap the tits off her chest. And I thought that was just so perfect for a heel Tony Storm to say with her Australian accent, which is fucking hilarious. So, yeah. And then we had the main event, which I agree. Somebody in the room has said this earlier. This should have been the Jericho versus Adam Cole match that happened at Double or Nothing because it was fun. This was a good match.
Yeah.
Jericho and Sriracha, or Saraya, for those who don't know when I say Sriracha, joined forces to go up against Britt Baker and Adam Cole. And sure enough, the Outcasts try to intervene. Sheeta came out with her kendo stick, whooped their asses. Jericho took a lockjaw by Britt Baker, and Adam Cole wins with the boom. It was a nice match. I loved it. I really liked it. I know
so as I was saying earlier,
you're done with Jericho.
While I appreciate Jericho taking all these L's to propel other talent or whatever, I need Chris Jericho to go away. Go away. You don't have to leave AEW backstage. You could be backstage and work with wrestlers and stuff and help Tony Khan or whoever's back there and help doing the show. But like, bro, I don't need to see you every fucking week. I don't need to hear Judas every week. We don't need to have the sing-along every week. Like, we don't need it, bro.
Are you just mad because you didn't get to sing?
You know what's fucked up?
At your show?
Every other week they've done it. Literally, the 1 week they didn't do it was when they were here. We didn't get to sing Judas, and we didn't get to do the Adam Cole intro.
That fucking sucks. Because that Adam Cole really intro is my favorite intro.
That's all you
wanted.
I just wanted to do the Adam Cole boom and the Adam Cole baby, and he was so mad that he came out and we didn't get any of it. But seriously, Jericho, we don't need you on TV every week, bro. He could come out, he could take a couple months off and come back and do something. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're 51, 52. Like, just let other people have that TV time, yo. I want to see these young dudes. I want to see Will Hobbs
but you know what I mean? Like, talent over Jericho.
I mean,
does.
I get it, but
you're done. All right.
I need a break from him, bro.
I don't think we're gonna get a break from Jericho for a little bit. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. But do you know what time it is?
I feel a little warm sensation down here by my chair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is time. And we're going to debut the clip that Mind Runner, who is in the chat, was so nice to make for me. I didn't ask for it, but he made it, and I appreciate it so much.
You guys are not ready.
Phenomenal.
You guys are not ready for this. This shit is hard. You're not ready.
This is what you're gonna see every time I debut. But I bring it out. It's time for Yes! Thank you, Mind Runner. That was fucking great.
That shit's hard. That shit's hard.
When I saw that, I was like,
that shit's hard.
That's fucking dope. How did we not, do something like that? But you know what? Mind Runner is awesome. Yes, I agree. Mind Runner is awesome. It is so dope. When I saw it and I showed it to Tone, I was like, can you believe this shit? That's it. I'm not touching it. That is the hot C video. And, Nick was unable to join us, but I did have 4 questions. I'm not going to put you through 4, but they're numbered. So what I will let you do is pick out numbers 1 through 4. So you get to pick out the numbers. So you're going to pick your own poison. And you're going to let me know. You're going to let me know which ones you want to do.
So I have to pick 1 through 4. Yes. So
which one you want to start
Let's go with number 3.
Number 3. All right, people. Here we go. They're all nasty. I just have to.
Oh, God, of course.
And I did not make these up. I actually looked these up so people don't sit there thinking that I have discussed.
Oh, I thought these all came out of your brain.
A lot of them do, but these 4 didn't. Although I did look up the criterias for it, I needed it to be this bad. So here we go.
Damn.
Would you rather lick a stranger's eye crust or drink your own urine?
What kind of question is this?
I told you.
Oh, man. The evil. Yeah, I love when she asks these questions and then just like the evil laugh that you have to answer this shit. You know what? Urine is filtered. I will drink my own urine. I'm not licking anybody's anything, much less their eye crust. That's fucking horrendous. There's no way.
Oh, man.
I will take a nice warm cup of piss, please, and thank you.
You'll take the cup of piss?
I will take that's like, who was that Suge Knight made Vanilla Ice drink a cup of piss and then hung him out a balcony window or something like that? Oh, yeah, that's an old fable. Supposedly, Suge Knight called Vanilla Ice into his death row offices one day, and he was trying to get him to sign, and he didn't want to sign, so he made him drink a cup of piss. Whose piss? I don't know. Ooh. And they hung him off a balcony in the death row, whatever the offices they had there.
That's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you picked 3. So now you got 1, 2, or 4.
So I picked 3. Let's go with 2.
Here we go.
I can see in your eyes that this is bad. I'm gonna have to hang this.
Everybody in the room agreed with you, though. They would drink their own piss.
Well, yeah, because they're intelligent. I'm gonna have to hang this in front of the camera or something. Fucking get a Bible or
Power
something.
Of Christ compels you. All right, so you picked 2.
Number 2.
Would you rather Lick a homeless man's.
What's with the licking?
I told you they're nasty.
I already don't like where this is going. Lick a homeless man's what? Ice cream cone? Vanilla
Foot.
ice cream cone? Oh
Foot.
my god.
or have a stranger spit their chew gum in your mouth.
I don't understand the point of these questions. Like, why am I doing these things?
Because they're funny. Because this is fun. I
You
love
licking a
torturing
homeless
people.
man's foot is fun.
I love
That's your idea of
torturing
fun. So I say either lick a homeless man's foot or have someone chew gum and spit it in my mouth.
people. Exactly. Choices.
Can I put on a tongue condom? A dental dam of some sort?
No protection whatsoever.
So I gotta raw dog this homeless man's foot because I'm not doing spit.
Or
Oh my god, this is horrible, bro.
This is what Nick would have been getting put
yeah,
through.
I guess I'm gonna have to take the spit only because it's not even spit, it's chewed gum. So it's not as, if it would have been spit, it would have been much worse. So work on that question for some date in the future for someone else. The gum is bad, I will say that, but at least it's gonna be a good flavor of some sort, and I can chew on it and spit it right out instead of licking some homeless, decrepit, fucking leprosy foot. No, man, that's terrible. No way.
Someone said pick the gum. A homeless man in the city can step in at least 3 different types of poo.
Bro, and crust and just no, bro.
Courtney said neither. You know that's not a choice, right, Courtney? It's either or, not neither.
Yeah, there's no either in these questions. That's what's horrible about this. I'm not gonna be able to sleep.
He's smoking. He like, I can't take a puff.
Oh my god.
All right.
Wow.
You ready for the bonus question? The bonus question isn't that bad.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Always ready.
All right. I'm going to save these next 2 for the next victim. All right. The bonus question is, if Earth had an opportunity to find life on another planet, would you want them to do it in your lifetime? And if you had the chance, would you visit that planet?
No. I would rather everyone go away.
What?
Yeah, I would rather you guys not you guys here in the chat, because I love everyone here. You guys can all stay. You're all allowed to stay. But I mean, like, all these idiots and all these other people that we have here, you guys all go. You leave Earth. Leave Earth and go away, and I'll stay here and stay on Earth and go visit the nice places I have not yet been able to visit. And there'll be less traffic and crowding and all that shit. Aliens in my lifetime, yes, I would love to see that. I would hope at some point. I mean, dude, if it hasn't happened yet, it's not gonna happen. We've already found universe upon universe upon universe. Like, there's already, like, I don't know how many universes out there. There's millions of planets already out there that we've discovered with the fucking telescope and all that shit. And like, if nobody's come yet, like, come on. I mean, I know there's been a lot of like, hey, listen, we need the Saturday show back, by the way, to talk about all this bullshit.
Yes.
But
I'm working on it.
There's been like this year alone, I think it's already, don't quote me on this, it's already double the UFO sightings of last year already, halfway through this year.
Okay.
So something's going on.
Okay.
What it is that's going on, I don't know.
Okay.
But I saw footage the other day of a UFO in, I think it was in Peru. And that shit was in the middle of the day over a mountain. And the footage was not crystal clear, but it was pretty fucking clear. And I was like, yo, I don't know what that is. No idea what that is. Never seen anything like that before. And that shit stood there for a second and then just went and was gone.
So I have to say, because I watch a hell of a lot of stuff on astronomy. I watch How the Universe Works, which is NASA. I am so into this stuff. I can't even begin to tell you. It is why the background of my logo is all stars and planets and galaxies, like an exploded supernova, because I am into this stuff like you wouldn't believe. So I've been following that. And yes, they discover tons of planets, but we don't have the technology yet to look into them directly and see what's going on. I cannot believe that in trillions and trillions and trillions of planets, we're the only life form.
Oh, no, for sure we're not. I'm just saying that if they haven't, when I say that it hasn't happened yet, I don't think it's going to happen. It's just because I don't think.
Maybe not.
If you, so when you, I'm trying to think of an analogy here. When you walk in your backyard and you step on an ant pile, or you step on a group of ants, 95% chance you don't even notice that you stepped on those ants. And if you do, you probably go, oh okay. And you oh shit, I stepped on, and you keep walking.
Right.
That's basically what we are as compared to the rest of the universe. Like, why would they want to come here? We're killing each other. We're destroying our planet slowly. We're like not doing anything productive. We're all separated. We continue within the states to separate ourselves from each other. Like, so it's like, why would they want to come here? For what? To give us what?
So you've touched on a couple of points that I'm going to give you real quick. So first, NASA has developed a brand new telescope that has much more power than the Hubble. I'm talking about, I think it has 100 times more power. They are confident that they're going to find life within 10 years with this telescope. So it might happen. As far as what you just said, I agree with you 100%. As much as I would love to be around for the discovery of new life, I am afraid that this planet will do what it always does when it discovers something new. And that is try to take it over and eliminate the occupants.
Yeah.
So that is why I don't want to see it happen.
Right.
Although I do believe it's going to eventually happen. And that's when Star Wars is going to take over. So anyway.
Right. Did you see that real quick before? I know this is not the show for this, but did you see the video that they put out like 2 months ago? It was somebody created they used AI to create like a little movie, and it's like 8 minutes long, and it's what would happen if aliens came. And the AI it's incredible. It's like Joe Biden's voice. It recreated Joe Biden's voice, and it's basically telling the story of what would happen if aliens came. And like at first, it's like they show alien ships, and Joe Biden's like, my fellow Americans, today marks a extraordinary day, blah blah blah. And then basically what ends up happening, I don't know if you want to spoil it because you might want to watch it, but
I want to watch it. So I was going to ask you
it's excellent. I'll find it on YouTube and I'll send it to you because I saw it on I think I saw it on Instagram. It was in a reel. Okay. But somebody used AI to just create like a little mini movie, and it's like with effects, like they have alien ships and they use footage of like CNN and all that shit, and it's amazing. But the story that it tells is, you start watching this and you're like, God damn, this is like literally exactly how it would happen. Like, this is exactly what would happen if this shit went down. So I'm gonna actually look that up now and then I'll send it to you.
Yes, please very interesting. Send that to me because I love stuff like that. If anybody is into like that kind of stuff, like astronomy and discovery of new planets and how stars work and how many galaxies there actually are out there and have been discovered, watch How the Universe Works. It is such an amazing show. I think there's about 11 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot to watch, but you can find it on Prime or Discovery Channel, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, people, that's the show.
I found it.
Oh, you found it? Good. Send it to me. I want to thank my guests as always. I love it when you come on the show. It's a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Again, thank you, Mind Runner, for creating that awesome clip for the hot seat, which is now the hot seat clip.
That shit's amazing. Great job on that.
Yes, amazing, phenomenal job. And, you know, we'll be back not next week. I will not have a show next week. I'm working late Wednesday. I will not be able to watch Dynamite live, unfortunately. So I
no.
be able to do my show on Thursday because I'm not going to show up and not have watched the show. I'll be watching Dynamite on Thursday, so I'll be off of Twitter because I know it will be spoiled for me, and I don't like spoilers. So my show will return the week of. Hold on.
That'll basically be
the 15th.
2 weeks before. Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks before Forbidden Door.
Yes, and hopefully, yes, right. And hopefully Mind Runner will be my guest on the 15th. So stay tuned to that. Looking forward to that. So people, I'm gonna love putting Mind Runner in the hot seat, especially.
Oh, that's gonna be fantastic.
Those 2 questions that you didn't get, Lou.
Oh, those are for him.
Those are gonna be for him.
Oh yeah.
So Mind Runner, prepare yourself because it's gonna get real. Thank you guys. If you didn't already, hit that like button. Subscribe. Love y'all. Have a good night.
Top rope, squishy. Yeah.